Okay. All right. We're now live. Everything's good. I can see the chat. I messed this up twice, but here we go. All right. Okay. Getting voice messages too. Interesting. Awesome. Well, how are you guys? I guess I can't see if anyone's watching, but it doesn't matter. All right. In the meantime, I'll go through. We'll start from number 5. Let's go full screen and full screen. All right. Let's try and zoom in. Yeah, I'm going to just play this for a minute, and then I'll start from the beginning. All right. I don't know if this is readable or not, but we'll go from there. Okay. So, goes like this. Let me zoom in a little bit more. All right. So, this goes like this. So, am I going to read it or just play it? I'll just play it. Play it one more time. This time stream seems to be doing fine. No encoder overload error messages. So let's do it one more time. So. Nana Gege Naga. See, this is where I always mess this up. Dhene Nana, this ga right here and this ga. It's a little weird because it's 2-2. So it's kind of weird. But I'll start from the beginning in just a moment. Probably play this just for a few more minutes and then probably just go ahead and start. So, all right. So one more time. right. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So we're covering, of course, the Bayan today. Unless, of course, we decide to cover it tomorrow instead. But Happy New Year, everyone. All right. So this is a PDF I've made of this. And here, give me 1 second. If I go, let's see, shorts, you all. Okay. Am I even live? Hold on 1 second. Let's just go to the tabla for a moment. All right, hopefully I will get the hang of this soon. But yeah, okay, cool. All right, so we're going to talk about the Baya today, obviously. And we're just going to go through various things related towards the Baya. All right, so here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go through this document. Probably just look at it first. And this will be as a PDF in the description. And we're basically looking at 5 different Baya exercises. It's now full screen. And I'm also going to kind of rank them, and we'll see where, we'll see where we go from there. So, yeah, 1st of January, that's what we're doing. Now, one thing I do kind of want to do, this is better. This is a lot better. All right, so one thing I kind of do want to do is cover one aspect of tabla playing every month. So that doesn't mean that, you practice dhere dhere one day, then terikete, then the Baya, stuff like that. Every single month will have just one focus. And I definitely think there'll be some resistance to that because very few people have such laser focus that they can just practice one thing for a whole month. But I'm telling you, it's game changing doing that. It's the way that everyone that is really good at tabla, anyone that you've seen just go concert to concert and just play an amazing solo, that's how they're practicing for that kind of consistency. So that's kind of what we're going to be covering today. All right. So, yeah, the goal is, of course, to build a bigger, cleaner, more controllable Baya. And we'll talk about training both ge. One is with the index, other is pulling back. So that's basically what we're doing. The na part, I won't really be covering in this video, but that'll come in later videos. And that's really because I just want to keep the focus on the Baya, not really on the composition itself. Now, of course, you'll see in the notes that there's index means 1 and middle and ring mean 2. So what does that mean? This is index and middle of ring mean 2. I'll change to my tabla view later and I'll explain that. But just basically for those that don't know, the Baya is split up like this, basically 2 fingers and then index like that. So there'll be a more close-up later. And why do we even train 1 and 2 separately? You get more fullness out of the Baya, you get more control, power, and they sound very distinct, especially when you add modulation to it. And I'm literally just reading off of this PDF. This is pretty boring. But anyways, it's all about pressure and release when it comes to the Baya, like just that basically. If you want to keep it visual, if you're more someone that learns from listening, it would go like this. Pressure, release. Pressure, release. So like that. You can also modulate like that using pressure on your wrist. That's basically it. And that's what I've said right here. There's the index sliding forward, middle, and ring. And you can also modulate like that. So if I'm going to demonstrate that really quickly, here, let me switch to the tabla view. So here we go. This would be one way to play the bayan would be index slide forward. One way to modulate. Pull back. You could do that on the bayan. You can also push forward with these two like that. You can also modulate with these two like that. Raise the pitch with adding pressure on your wrist. I know most of you guys probably know this already, but it's something you can definitely do. So that's that right there, different modulations. You want to keep the hand relaxed, of course. You want things loud. Forget about trying to play this fast. It's just not really worth it. And of course, the most basic of basic bayan exercises. This is like kind of day one of tabla would be ghege tete ghege nana, like that. So this would go like this. So let me change really quickly to, I guess, all three. There we go. This is probably better. So really simple. I know you guys already all know this, but ghege tete ghege nana. So like that. So 1, 2. So start with the index, then 2. That's what the notation means with the 1 and the 2 above it. Ghege tete and ghege nana. So now for those of you that are just starting out, you're probably playing it like that. So one more time. So another thing is that don't even really look at the bayan if you're just starting out. Make sure your na is coming out really clearly. That's basically the first exercise. It's all about very clean alternation between 1 and 2. You want each stroke to be basically equal volume and equal bass. One thing I forgot to also mention, if you're just starting out, you would play it just without the slide. So just like that. So that's how it would be played if you're just starting out. So that's super simple. And this would now be the first actual exercise that I would recommend to practice for the bayan. This is after you've played for a little bit of time. This is slightly complicated, but not too hard. So you have ghege tete, ghege tete, ghege 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 tete. So that'll go like this. So 1, 2. So I'll play full hand and then also 2-finger tete. So this is all going to be about pushing forward and then pulling back, which is really important when it comes to the bayan. So now, if you're more advanced, you can play the 2-finger tete, but you don't have to. So that would go like this. But no matter what, you want to keep the index forward with pressure and then pull back with these two. No matter what. Do not go like... No, that is not it at all. Not it at all. It's like that. So that's exercise 1. Pretty simple. Beginners can play it. Not too complicated. All right. So let's see. Finger use, ge, alternate 1, then 2 on every ge. Purpose, understanding release and pressure. Perfect. So yeah, that's 1. Now, there's some notes about this, but it's just easier understood if I just play it. So this one is more about endurance, and I'll come to exactly why in just a moment. Let me just make sure it's visible. All right. So this one, pretty simple. All right. So you'll play it like this. Da, ge, ge, ge. And you could play din or din. I personally am liking this open din a little bit more. So da, ge, 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 din, ge, 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 din, ge, ge, ge. Dhati, ghete, ghete, ghete. Dhati, ghete, ghete, ghete. And that's actually dhate, ghete, 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 ghete. I usually play it with the two finger tete, but I'm just demonstrating it for anyone playing with just the full hand tete, because that'll work as well. So one more time. So that's one way to play it. All right. One more time. So yeah, pretty simple. I can demonstrate that more and more, but it's not too complicated. I like the opened hin. Maybe just slightly faster I'll demonstrate it. So like that. Pretty cool one. And yes, the end is actually from a rela. Dhati gete 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 or dhate gete gete gete. Ti and te, basically same thing. And that rela, really impressive rela. So you can cut this portion out and play it as a rela, is basically what I'm saying. So let's go now to the third exercise. Yes, so this one gets a little bit more complicated. It's based on something from Ustad Habibuddin Khan, but it's not. It's not in its entirety. So this one goes like this. So here we go. I guess I'll need to zoom out just a little bit more so it can be seen. All right. So this goes like this. Okay. So it goes ghe ghe tete ghe ghe tete ghene dhene na na ghene. So it might be a little bit hard to read if it's spaced out, but here it goes. So one more time. Or dhene nana ghene. One more time, I'll play it. I'm not used to exactly playing it and notating every single stroke on the baya. So I do get them slightly wrong here and there, but one more time, it's... One more time, a little bit faster. So, do we pull back? Okay, we have a question. Good question. Do we pull back on the two every time it comes up, or only when it's the second ge in a row? Okay, so yeah, good question. You actually shouldn't really be pulling back in it. It's just that I'm not used to playing this so slow that I'm pulling back. When it gets faster, there's no time to pull back. For example, so that's kind of why, you know, I actually usually don't notate the bayan, but I think for this it's kind of useful. Basically, if there's any takeaway from this, all the gege play that 1-2, including the nati gegetakadene and the dhagi. If you just do that 1-2, your bayan will build beautifully with this. I made the mistake for a long, long time playing nati gegetakadene with 2-1. And that's just not the most dynamic way to play it. So play it that way. I'll do it one more time slowly, and I'll try not to pull back on the bias. So. So like that, basically. So that is exercise 3. So it's played that way. Pretty interesting one, and definitely something I've been practicing lately with the correct baya. So that's why I'll frequently play it wrong, because I spent about a year and a half practicing this a different way. You can call it the wrong way, but it's different. Now, as far as pulling back on the baya, this one, and one thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if you can read this, but when it comes to pulling back on the baya, I mark that as 2 like this in red. So, yeah, so I mark that in red. Now, this one is all about pulling back on the baya. That's what it's all about. All right, so here we go. So this one goes like this. So dhati ghena dhati dhaga. So that dhaga will be 1-2. Dhaga tunna kena dhati ghena dhati dhaga tunna kena. Make sure I wrote this right. Dhati ghena dhati dhaga tunna kena dhati ghena dhati dhaga tunna kena. All right, so yeah, this is all about pulling back on the baya. I would rank this as the number 1 exercise, because there's just not a lot of people that are good with pulling back on the baya, and this one is just so good for that. Someone in one of the communities showed me this one, phenomenal one. So it goes like this. So one more time. So dhati ghena dhati ghena dhati. One more time. So dhati ghena dhati ghena dhati. Now, one thing you can do also is on these where you have a dhati before a dhaga, you pull back, and I like to really use that to push forward on the dhaga. Makes it sound a little bit more interesting. So like this. So and yes, I will have this as a PDF in the description or something like that. Just need to figure out how to upload it. All right, so one more time. I'll play it a little bit faster. Okay, maybe a lot faster. realize I'm setting a bad example of playing fast, but I don't know if you guys could really clearly hear that, but that's where my dhaga got a little bit weak. So I'd want to slow down a little bit. I got a little bit overexcited, but I should just really calm down a little bit and work on this slowly. So one more time. So that's that one. I don't think I can explain this really any further that would be of any real use. So that's that one. So yeah, there we go. It's dati gena, good. All right. Last one is the one that's hardest for me that I've been messing up on. And this is basically a qaida. And it's really good for 2-finger tete, index finger strength on the baya, daya coordination, 2-finger tete on daya, all of those things basically. And it's really long, which is probably the hardest part. But once you do get it down, it's really not too bad. So let me zoom in on this, try to get it all in one. Let's see. All right, that's the best I think I can do. All right, yeah. I guess the bottom is slightly cut out, but I guess that's readable. Okay, so dha, so dha, gege naga. So like that. So dha gege naga, dhinne na gege naga. So, okay, let me slow down just a little bit. So dha gege naga, dhinne na gege naga. Like that. So one more time. Actually, that last ga, that's right, is with the 2. So this ga right here, I accidentally played this with 1. It should be with 2. So dha gege naga, dhinne na gege naga. Like that. So right there. The only way to really make this fit and alternate the whole way is with doing this, or you can change another ga to 2 also, but I don't know if you guys can understand this conflict. It's a 1-2-2 here, right here. So that makes it a little bit tricky. You can't just kind of mindlessly alternate throughout the entire thing. So the first 2 lines, dha gege naga, dhinne na gege naga, right there. So now we can play the next 2 lines, and tete will be with 2 fingers. So dha gege. Tete gege naga, dhinne naga, dhinne na gena. So these next 2 lines you can alternate. So tete gege naga, dhinne naga, dhinne na gena. And of course, you have to know how to play dhinne. This one isn't for beginners, really. It's not very beginner friendly, but it's really good. Will really give you a workout. So from the beginning, I'll play to this line. So dha gege. And then dhagi tete gege naga, dhinne na gege naga. So I should in fact even make these 2 gas a little bit bigger, so they kind of stand out, and you guys can keep an eye out for them to play them a bit louder, or you play them twice with the middle and ring fingers. So it should be a bit different than the last, like that, kind of like make the second one louder. So one more time from the beginning. You hear that? Like that. So that's what I want you to do. So one more time. So dhagi tete gege. It's a little bit long. One more time, I'll go through it slowly. And yeah, if you guys have questions, let me know. So, one more time. I messed up that time. I play on accident this ga with 2 2 instead of this one. That's the mistake I'm making. So one more time. So like that. Now, I am pulling back on the bayan just a little bit because it's slow, but when you go faster, you won't really do that. So here it is a bit faster. So yeah, that's basically what's in this document, I guess. If I change really quickly, you'll see, all of this basically. And fantastic exercises, all of them. You'll hear, let's see. Whoops, meant to click here. All right, you'll hear Pandit Anindo Chatterjee play this. He plays this really, really well. Not even that fast, which really impressed me. Let's see. We have this here. This is more from Benares, as far as I know. Let's see. This one. This, I'm actually not really sure which Gharana Ustad Habibuddin Khan is. I'm sure someone will let me know. But yeah, this is like based on from him, except the end. His end is kind of really complicated, and I wanted to practice this nati gegeta kedene. This phrase right here, tune nana gine nagetere kete nati gegeta kedene. This is, or nati gegeta good hene, to be more precise. This is a mukra I've heard Yashwant play really fast, so I wanted to practice it somewhere, so I just threw it in here to make it a good practice. So that's where this one's from. Let's see. This is just really kind of like a tintal kind of thing, kind of based on tintal. And then this bottom portion right here is a rela from, as far as I know, Ustad Karamatullah Khan. So that's where this is from. And yeah, this is also from Benares as well. So it's just a combination of all different gharanas, because people play their bayan differently, but one thing definitely is you definitely want to work on alternating the 1 and 2. It's definitely very important. Now there's one last thing that I say in this document that'll be in the description, is that you should definitely practice these Monday through Friday, or whenever you practice, Monday through Sunday if you practice every day, although I'm not sure how many of you guys do. Pay attention to each bayan movement. Of course, don't fall into the trap of forcing an hour a day. And yeah, basically what I'm trying to get people to do, I don't know how successful it'll be, is just focus on one bowl for an entire month, or one aspect of tabla for an entire month. Take 5 to 7 things. I'll probably add 2 more things to this, and that'll be my entire practice for a month. 7 things, and I'll try to find ways to combine them as well. But that's kind of, my focus, really developing the Bayan. I haven't practiced in some time, and, I know we talk so much about developing, terekete, dhere, dhenegene, all of those things that we kind of forget about the Bayan. In fact, there's been times on this channel I've said that Bayan notation shouldn't even really be written down. Just play what you feel like. But boy, was I wrong about that. So, yeah, I really think that single-pointed focus on just one aspect of tabla playing will just take you beyond, where most people go, if that's what you want to do. And not only that, it just trains your focus quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know how I'm going to just cover bias stuff for an entire month, but that's the plan. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll stick around for maybe a minute or two. Anything Bayan related, we can discuss. My kre also needs a bit of work, so that right there. So yeah, that's kind of, I guess, all. What else was I gonna say? There was something else. Oh yeah, this year I'm not really gonna be practicing with the lera too much, and I kind of recommend that for you guys as well. You can use a lera all you want. It's not a bad thing. But I just want to go deep into the sound, deep into the sound of the instrument. I don't want to be distracted by any ticking or any, beautiful sarangi or sitar. Just the tabla, just deep into the sound of the tabla, especially the Bayan this month. So yeah, that's really, I guess, all I have to say about that today. And yeah, I'll be continuing to do this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.